Nebuchadnezzar, also known as Bukhudnezzar or Bakhtarisha, is one of the Chaldean kings who ruled Babylon. He was born in the year 634 BC. He is the eldest son of Nabopolassar. He is considered one of the most powerful kings who ruled Babylon and Mesopotamia. The Persians gave him the name Bukhtanasar. It means happy luck, while the name Nebuchadnezzar means protector of the borders. He is the only king who was able to overthrow the capital of the great Assyrian Empire, and he was the one who defeated the army of the Egyptians and Assyrians together in the Battle of Carchemish in the year 605 BC. He is considered one of the most powerful leaders in history, as he used his genius and intelligence to benefit from the peoples he occupied. He used most of the people's human potential to the point of controlling their lives. Not only did his fame stem from his military power, but he also had several architectural works, the most important and strange of which was the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Herodotus says that the Hanging Gardens were supported by water through pipes that enabled the water to rise to the top, and this reveals that the ancient Babylonians were learned about Archimedes' theory. He also supported Babylon with 2 walls, one internal and the other external, and their width was very large. It was the only city in which chariots could pass. He also built 8 gates for the city, the largest of which was the Ishtar Gate. In his time, Babylon became the most beautiful city in the ancient world, and gained great fame among the nations at that time. But the years of peace did not last long, and after the defeat of the Assyrians, they allied with the pharaohs, and when the king learned of this, he moved his army and met the armies on the Euphrates River, and achieved a great and comprehensive victory, and soon Palestine and the Levant fell into his grip. The Babylonian merchants controlled all trade that crossed West Asia, from the Arabian Gulf to the Mediterranean Sea, and after the defeat of the army, the pharaohs did not accept this. A large army moved from Egyptian lands, and was able to defeat the army of Babylon in 600 BC. This defeat led to the fall of Palestine from Babylonian rule, after which Nebuchadnezzar spent 2 consecutive years rebuilding his army and compensating for his losses from chariots to rise again with an army of greats. He directed his first campaign against the Arab tribes in Jordan in order to prepare for the great campaign against Palestine. He was able to enter Jerusalem in 579 BC and sent its kings to Babylon. He was captured, then went to put down the revolts in Syria, to return to Babylon to defend it from the secularists, a sect of the Persian armies, and thwart a revolt carried out in Babylon by some army commanders against him in 594 BC. Then he returned and continued the wars in Palestine, where he attacked Jerusalem again, besieged it for 13 years, and ended the siege in 578 BC. Then he plundered the city, destroyed Syria, destroyed the Temple of Solomon, peace be upon him, and captivated its people. That year was known as the Babylonian captivity. Jerusalem fell into his hands, and it was written in history books that this was a severe punishment from God that he imposed on the children of Israel, because of their injustice and tyranny. And after those victories, he subjugated his influence over the kingdoms of the world. His power increased, his army grew, and Babylon during his reign became the most powerful empire in the world without dispute, and he was struck by arrogance and megalomania. Historical sources mention that he suffered a bout of madness that lasted 7 years, leading to his death in Babylon at the height of its greatness, 562 BC. And he was succeeded by his son Emil Marduk.